if you think about recruitment processes, the next thing is that if you're a recruiter, you will 100% have the problem that job profiles are either very generic, so that you have to talk with the hiring managers every time in order to really understand what they mean, or of course they are very political, and sometimes when you have a strong labor union, they are connected directly to the level of income of certain hierarchical levels. And so usually what you have a real profile, the kind of shadow profile that is used to really do the recruitment. So it's a pain. Then of course, all the performance ratings are skewed. And when you want to understand who's the top performer, who's really the top performer, it's not only understanding who rates high, but also to understand who maybe ranks high without being in the favor of the manager, but just by which person does a good job. Then if you think about alignment, employee referral programs are nice, but usually not flexible enough. So basically there are a lot of interesting platforms out there in the market where people can, for example, unlock their social media profiles in order to do referrals, but are they used? No, they're not, right? And then the same thing is with recruitment metrics. Usually you have time to hire and time to, quality of hire. And sometimes you have something like time to fill, right? When you hire someone, but this person just can start at a certain time. So those three metrics actually. And if you really see what's going on there, is that if you need to be quick, quality suffers. If you need to hire quality, time suffers. And if you want to have high quality and quick time, the price of the overall thing suffers, right? So that's a bit how it looks like, and in the processes, and of course in the systems. So you work with all kinds of systems, and as they're rather helping you to decide. For example, you have a personality questionnaire with a nice summary of your candidates that you want to employ, but what can you really do with it? Does it assist you, or is it just something that you use to justify why you hire someone? Think about it. Don't tell me, just think about it. And and then the next thing is when you maybe already have some kind of automated analytics models that are in place. Most of them are just for consumption. They are nice, but they're very generic, and hardly any company has something very specific and very bespoke for their specific needs. And so I described it today as the idea of having just one tool in your house. You do everything with it, just as, let's say, a screwdriver, right? And so most of those recruitment tools, they are for all positions the same. So think about it. You brush your teeth in the morning with a screwdriver, right? And maybe you make a breakfast, same screwdriver. Yeah, then you be at work and you want to write down something, you stretch it onto something, a piece of wood with the same screwdriver, right? You got the point. So basically, it is blunt and usually does not precisely give you exactly what you need. And of course, if you think about the perspectives you have in the market, if you are called them big data scavengers. So for example, IBM Watson and Kinexa, they go to companies, they do a big piece of analytics and tell them why the personality test they have now in place doesn't do the trick. And it's something you just say, okay, wow, if you say so, I don't have a clue, but if you say so, it must be right. Or if you then say, well, then take all our data and please give me an ongoing analytics about what's going on. You give up all the authority and ownership of the data, right? You become a passive consumer. And then, of course, many of those tools are too generic. And so those are the outdated system and the processes, and so which I think are not that nice and something that needs to be changed.